If I could have everybody work in hospitality and the service industry at some point in their lives, I think it would be a huge service to everyone, really. The way that you treat people, the way that you talk to people, the way that you work well under pressure.
Hey ALSD, we're here at the Chicago White Sox. I'm with Alex Janowiak. Alex, want to know more about the premium products that you service?
We have suites, the Guaranteed Rate Club where we're sitting right now, which is an all-inclusive area, as well as the Magellan Scout seats down on the field level. We're really excited about a new area in right field called the Goose Island. So pretty excited to offer a new product this year to White Sox fans.
What are the standout amenities, whether they're those that your clients are asking for or you being proactive in providing to your clients?
First and foremost is going to be the F&B. We are a partner with Levy in all of our premium spaces, so the food and beverage that we're putting on the menu each and every day is a little bit different, a little bit unique, and something that people are excited to come out here and see what's new the next day and the next game that they get to experience. Obviously, there's the on-field events, there's getting to watch fireworks from the visitors' dugout, all those fun things that really appeal to the diehard fans. But ultimately, people are coming out here for the experience, for the ambience, and to have some great food and beverage.
How do you continue to improve your craft and always stay on top of servicing better or learning what your clients want these days? Is there something that you do, a philosophy that you might keep, or just a way to improve your service day in and day out?
I always continue to improve myself. I don't think anybody's ever going to be perfect, but I really lean on a lot of my counterparts with other teams, even in other leagues, and kind of learn from them and what is the industry standard, what are we doing that really makes us stand out. But continuing to improve and continuing to keep an open mind, I think, is priority number one.
Okay, so you just got into it, but I want to know more. You have this MLB network, and there's a bunch of you. We don't need names, but I want to know, how do you communicate? How often you communicate? Are you really sharing just best practices in the industry, but are you also friends? Are you enjoying each other's personal lives as well? Without getting too deep into the weeds, tell us more about the relationship that you have with this MLB network.
I would not trade those relationships for the world. I'm pretty sure if ALSD could bottle up what that crew has and sell it, they would. We are a very close-knit group. It's not just work. We have group texts. When somebody's getting married, having a baby, buying a new house, like, we are a part of each of those huge life moments. But yeah, sure, it's great to shoot out an email when there is a work question. We don't always have all those questions when it comes to the conference itself, but later down the line, something pops up, you've got a new idea, you want to pitch something, or you just want to brainstorm with the group, send out an email and you'll get a response from each and every one of those people. So I don't only consider them, counterparts in MLB, they're friends as well. I think the number one piece of advice I give to anybody that's either attending ALSD for the first time or maybe coming solo where they don't know anybody is to get outside your comfort zone. Build those relationships, build that network that is going to turn into your lifelong friends year after year. And those are the relationships you can lean on when you do have a question or you need to bounce something off of somebody. That goes for vendors as well. Reaching out to the vendors. You may not need their service at that time, but when something's getting spitballed around the office, you say, hey, I've got just the right vendor to get that done for us. I met them at ALSD.
So tell me about your career path. Are you from Chicago, number one? And how long have you been with the White Sox? Have you been with any other teams?
So I am originally from suburbs of Chicago, Woodridge, Illinois, and I have been with the White Sox. I'm heading into my 6th season, but been in baseball for 12. So I actually started my career with the Kansas City Royals, packed up a car full of clothes and drove the 8 hours down to Kansas City knowing one person in the city as a whole. So kind of on a hope and a prayer, I started an internship as a group sales associate and thought I was just going to be down there for the season. But in the season of 2008, Kauffman Stadium was undergoing huge renovations. They had some suites, but that was about it. Obviously, the trend in baseball was going to these all-inclusive, amenity-rich areas, and I think the Royals wanted to capitalize on that. So we actually built the Diamond Club that was an area behind home plate that included a lounge, included in-seat service, and some of those tickets included loaded value. So it really was a first for Kansas City fans. And then we also had the Crown Club, which was an area that was field level with the lounge behind. My director brought me in and said, hey, we've never had a premium department before, but I think you would be a great fit to kind of start this ball rolling. Would you want to come on full time and stay aboard with the Royals? So of course I did, and was there for 6 seasons. Being responsible for all of that revenue for the club as a team member of one was a big undertaking for a 20-something, but it was something I really took pride and joy in kind of starting and building those relationships with those clients where they never had a contact person to go to previous.
You have a unique path to how you learned customer service.
I do.
You didn't always work in baseball. You may have worked for a rather large coffee chain.
I started my career with Starbucks while I was a young college student, just kind of making some cash on the side, and ultimately hung on to that working alongside my career at the Royals because I was hustling and trying to make that dream in sports happen. I think Starbucks was a great company to work for, and if I could have everybody work in hospitality and the service industry at some point in their lives, I think it would be a huge service to everyone, really. The way that you treat people, the way that you talk to people, the way that you work well under pressure. And Starbucks is a great company that takes care of their employees, so you felt appreciated while doing it. So when I left Kansas City and I left Starbucks in 2013, I held the record for the Midwest region while I was on bar making drinks of how many cars came through the drive-thru within a 30-minute period.
Yeah, and that
Any
is
guesses?
what customer service is all about. In a 30-minute period?
How many cars in 30 minutes?
I don't think you can do one a minute. Can you? I'm going to go one. I'm going to go 29.
60 cars in 30
Every
minutes.
30 seconds?
So the moral of the story, I make a mean latte. I am a coffee snob.
Look, you can cut your teeth working in premium, but if you can start with whatever it's either Ritz, Disney, one of the big hotel chains, I would agree that working in Starbucks or a restaurant, or tending bar, being a bar back or anything like that would definitely help. So without myself getting too long-winded, is there anything else that would help in your experiences that you've been through?
Well, you mentioned Disney. I think Disney is a great example of kind of a standard people hold for customer service. A very common question that a guest at Disney asks is, what time does the 1 p.m. parade start? And is that guest really asking what time the 1 p.m. parade starts? No. They're asking, where do I need to be when it's going to pass the point that I'm standing? So it's knowing to ask those follow-up questions. It's knowing to get to the root of whatever issue or problem or ask that a client is asking you for. And I think it's those follow-up questions that you learn by just being in customer service or being in hospitality, to not just take the question as fact and how they're asking it. I think that's so important.